Aloha and welcome to Wisdom Dialogues with Hope Johnson. Coming to you from Hawaiian beaches. Yeah, that's it. On the beautiful big island of Hawaii. So behind me, my view has changed. My angle has changed. I'm at the same little table, but we have a cute little pond and stuff. Yes, it's a pond. We already talked about that. Looks like grass, but it's some plant. Yay. As I was starting up, I came out here maybe like 5 minutes beforehand, and it's like by the time I got out here, I realized I was like really on a wave of just like all this love. It was almost like I was giddy, I had to really focus on the worldly things of putting this thing together. It was so funny. I was like, okay, now look, I mean, really, all I have to do is put my attention on it. But it's like you're just like and then all this, and then I'm like, okay, now, and it was so fun. It was just so fun seeing that whole thing play out.
Wow. So your ground of being has completely shifted to that love that we are and not the thoughts and the body, mind, identity.
That's all I believe to be true. You could say it like that.
Hmm.
Let's even go a little step further in clarifying. It's 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 preferred.
Yeah, well, I would prefer it too, but I don't know what's
Well,
happened.
since it's preferred, other preferences aren't important to me.
Yeah. And
Like
I noticed that fluctuation in my voice too when I said that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
and it's okay. It's okay. Like the other day, the mail came, and I, I came in the house. The mail truck was there. I came out to look at my mileage on my car, and there was the mail truck, right? And I go, okay, the mail's here. Hey, the mail's here. No one comes. So I'm like, okay, I bring the mail out, and then the dog runs out, and then I'm like, see myself saying, oh, darn it,
Oh,
like that. But it's funny.
mm. There's a problem with the dog being out.
Well, he doesn't like to come back in that much. Well,
Oh.
he does sort of, but um, he was coming back in no problem though. The story is that he doesn't like to come back in, but really, it happened 2 times. It occurred to me 2 times. Let's put it that way.
Mhm.
That that he ran out like two
Oh.
different times. And then the second time it was like, oh, like that. But it's funny because both times he came right back to me by way of people that happened to be chilling out there. They saw him. They're just like, boom, back to you right now.
No shit. So wouldn't you say it occurred? It occurred for you.
Well, yes, for me too. But I say it occurred to me because it occurred to me as in a mental projection.
Ah, right, right. I see. Yep.
Like it's not like it's not like here, it's even beyond that. Here, this is given to you or something like that. It's like it's mine. It's a mental projection. It occurs to me.
Mm.
It doesn't happen to me. It occurs to me. It happens in my mind. It only happens in my mind.
Mm.
Yes, it also happens for me, but it didn't really happen in the first place. It only occurred to me. It's funny.
Didn't really happen. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Nothing actually happens.
So
Nothing.
we don't actually attract experiences or people into our
Well, how
lives.
could how could it be like that though? Because it's projection out of you.
Mhm.
It's a projection out of you. It may look like attraction on the surface. It may look like attraction in the law of attraction.
Mhm.
Mm.
It may look like that. But nothing is actually attracted to you because it's coming out of you. It emanates from you.
Well, Then can you go over more about how we experience past thoughts playing out?
Oh, yeah, it's all right now. The whole memory is all just made up right now. There's no timeline. It's all completely made up. There's no, it seems like you got here because of that before.
Yeah.
But it's a mental, it's like a mental unfolding
Hmm.
that
Like
is
a
occurring
blossoming.
to you. It's not happening. The whole memory that you remember right now is occurring to you right now, occurring to you as in a mental current. Okay? And there's all different realities. There's all different, let's say illusory realities. There's all different illusory realities that are possible. So many different ones. I would say unlimited different perceptual realities that can occur to you. So, since it's all right now, since there is nothing that actually happened in the past or can happen in the future, since it's all just an unfolding right now, it's like it's like there's all these mental, look at it like this, there's all these different mental realities, perceptual realities, just like boom boom boom. Say this is on an energy scale, right? Like high vibration, low vibration, and everything in between, perceptual realities. See, if you believe in that there is a past, the perceptual reality has a difficult time rising like that because you're holding on to all these different things. So that's while everything's always changing, everything's always in a flux, yours is kind of cruising like this, or, even going like this. People, that's basically what happens when, like, if someone says, I'm depressed, it's like, boom, perceptual reality shifting into a denser dimension of mind.
Mm. So
Wow.
that's what this week was like for me. There were thoughts of this is, because my usual upbeat was not here. So there
Yay.
was, yeah, so there was a lot of contemplating, a lot of thinking about what you said. And actually, I couldn't even listen to that last video when it first, you posted it right away. And it was like, eh, because I was feeling so, I don't know, there was judgment of eh, right, wrong, good, bad, bleh, all of that.
There is judgment of yourself.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
And
that's fun. That's fun and funny though, right? Has it become fun and funny to you yet? When
um,
there's yourself?
no, but it's not I saw today clearly that there was an attachment to this idea that there was a depression or a sadness and it was projected in the future like I oh my God, we're gonna go on this weekend with friends camping and if I'm not my usual self, I'm gonna ruin the
No,
oh my God, it was so self-important, it was ridiculous.
isn't that the best?
So I guess that was fun because I've seen it all. Watching all of that. Like I'm in charge of the whole weekend and like it all circles around me.
Yeah, yeah. Like you have to take care of it.
Yeah. Well,
You better take
ridiculous.
care of the way you project.
Yes, exactly. Or the weekend's gonna be bust.
Yeah. Well, it's
So
like, and then so it comes down to right now, right?
right now. Yeah, I felt that as you were talking in the beginning of this. Not saying that it's understood, but now is it. And that timeline is what's causing the pain and suffering,
Yeah, it's identifying with it. That's one way of putting it. It's identifying with it.
right?
Like, and it is. It's identifying with it. It's like as if it didn't occur to you. As
Well,
if it's like really
well,
something.
when you when there's an identifying with that timeline, that's the person.
Yeah.
That's the person. And of course, that person is either going to be happy, sad, good, bad, all that duality shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's fun, but see, for you, it could be fun and funny, even the watching of it playing out.
Mm,
And it will get to that point if it's not already. It will
mm,
get to that point if it's not already. If you're open to that, you could
yeah.
probably sense that right now in your
Yeah.
body's energy field. Sense yourself having fun with it right now. Remember, there's always only now. So it's like right now, sense that, see yourself having fun watching the self judgment and enjoying it because it's
Yeah.
fun. It's a good show. And
Yeah.
you'll see that it's not necessary. It becomes not necessary just because it's not attractive. It's just so funny. It's cute. It's like a toddler.
Yeah. Like a toddler thinking it's all about me. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. I
Just
never
know,
thought of it that way.
yeah, and just knowing that you don't need to do anything. Because and,
It,
and it's because you cannot do anything because even you yourself are occurring to you.
ooh.
Just like everything else. You could think of it like a screen. You could think of it like a screen of consciousness. You yourself, like your body and your mind and everything you can perceive about yourself,
Mm.
you're playing out along with everything else that is playing out in your perception, all projected from you. You're not in a body. You're sensing the senses of one particular body as if it's separate from the world it projects. The senses make it feel as if it's separate from the world projected from it. It's like there's a light. Say the body is like a hologram. Look at it like a hologram, okay? The hologram is all made of thought, which is what? Invisible, right?
Right.
So you could think of the like every thought as like maybe like a I don't know, maybe like a computer chip or something. And then it's like this light comes and plays it all out into one light, shines through it and plays it out outside of the mind on a screen for the mind to watch. Plays out that every computer program in that energy field. Notice I did a curvy body.
I like that.
That was mine.
That was yours.
Just in case you're wondering.
Okay. So Sativa,
Mhm.
did you follow that? Did she go?
Her mic's on, but she might be on mute right now. Oh, it says she's offline.
Oh, because
So hooray!
it felt like I followed. No, I don't know. I'll have to watch it again. It felt like there was a resonance with it, and then it got cut off. Like
Well, you know what? That voice that says then it got cut off, that's that thing again.
that's that thing.
You know what it is. You know what it is. That's that thing that's
That's
like,
that.
oh, you had it and you lost it. Like there's a fucking past
Yeah. Yeah.
to lose
God.
it.
Oh,
But it's
how many
all
times?
unfolding like that. It's all an unfolding. So any kind of I got it, awesome, awesome, that doesn't get lost. It doesn't go anywhere. It's just that there's fluctuations going on. But if you believe in your perception, you hold the fluctuations to a certain vibration. You don't let them elevate. You don't let them be elevated.
Ah,
See? Remember we were talking
okay.
about the perceptual realities?
Yeah.
Lighter, 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 unlimited
Mm,
possibilities, denser, 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 like that.
okay. Yeah.
So if you're holding it as at a certain level, like because whenever you perceive yourself to be in a bad mood or anything, you make your judgments true in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're holding yourself in a certain vibration and you start to see that and you prefer to let it go. You just automatically prefer to. But that's happening automatically. That's like an unfolding. That's what's really happening here. If you want to say anything's happening is the unfolding.
Mm.
That's what the whole thing is for. The visuals and the audios and all that, all your bodily comforts and all that kind of stuff. It's just taken care of by consciousness, and it's only for seeing. It's only for that unfolding, and it's automatic. That's the thing. It all gets done on its own, and if you're here and you're listening to Wisdom Dialogue, you'd like to release resistance. So you'd like to see how to release resistance, and this is it. It's in the moment. It's right now. It's not like, uh, and it's just noticing what is occurring. And when you're noticing what is occurring enough, when you're noticing enough what is occurring, you automatically stop preferring that.
Oh.
Preferring to go along with it. You start to prefer it's almost like it calls to you enough, you've heard it enough that you prefer the release, you prefer the higher vibration. So
Yeah.
you don't have to when your mood feels shitty, buy into self-judgment, and you have a choice whether
Right.
you buy self-judgment or not.
Mm.
Because it's you as a personality can be buying into self-judgment, and you can
Oh,
see that from the perspective of who you are really.
yes. I saw clearly that I was, yes.
Good. And then it's sweet, it's cute,
Yeah.
you love it. Maybe not yet, but soon.
If you say so soon, I like that. I like that. So do
Maybe
you
not
ever
yet.
have a shitty mood anymore?
Okay, let me see. Yes.
Could you and talk about this?
Okay, so something comes like maybe some kind of, oh my goodness. Okay, here's one from pretty recent. Oh my goodness, um, everything has to change. I have to change everything, and starting to feel a sense of victimization, and and go, wow, I have to say something to someone. I have to say something to them, and it's like, oh, that's right. Can't I can't do that.
Mm.
Not even capable of doing that. It's like not trusting right now. That's like a not non-trusting kind of thought. I could sense it in my body's energy field. It's a non-trusting. Like you have to end that. You got to get out of that. It's like that's just a non-trusting. It's like ah, and then there's being with the feeling, and the perception is that something really does need to change, and it's urgent. It totally needs to change. So fun. And so it's like just embracing that because I know a change is coming. That's like a birthing wave. It's like a birthing wave of energy. That's all it is. A change is coming. You don't have anything to do though.
Wow, that's exactly what happened this past week.
Yeah. Yeah. A change is coming. And
Yeah.
see, if there's resistance to the change and thinking that you have to do the changing, you have to
Yes.
be sure of the changing,
That makes
then
the heavy.
you suck at it too.
Yeah,
That's
that
it.
makes the heavy
Yeah.
feeling.
Your heavy feeling, which
Yes.
is why you suck at it. Because you are a heavy feeling as a person.
As a person, yeah.
And
Wow.
see,
Wow, this is beautiful.
oh, I appreciate
Ooh,
it. Thank
what
you.
a difference from last week. Holy shit.
Yeah, don't you love it?
But I see, yes, it had to be.
Yeah, when you see more and more, when you see more and more, and you begin to approach this with such gratitude that it's able to reveal its gifts. A lot of gifts are coming with something like that. So when you can have that with all that gratitude, then the gifts are coming. It just occurs, and it's always the change is always. Here's what I notice: it may something may occur on the surface, or nothing may occur on the surface, but the change is always in the way you're making choices.
Oh yeah.
What you're choosing, you know.
Mm, yeah.
That's where it always comes. That's what it always comes to.
Mm.
But I
See?
thought we don't make choices.
Well, we've been over this so many times, haven't we, Lori? Still, Lori
Yeah.
even got
There's
Lori.
two. There's
You know
two.
what? Have you been watching the videos, Sativa?
Yes. It's just
Okay,
I get confused in my own experiences because I always remind myself that the experiences are just moving through me, but then I find myself feeling indecisive, feeling
okay,
like I am capable of choosing.
good. Yes, good. Okay, then let's clarify it again for your point of view. Okay,
Hmm.
let's clarify it again. So you cannot make any choices between things in the world. You know that.
Yeah.
Like even who you're going to be with, what kind of job you're going to have, anything like that. You cannot make those choices. You know that. You understand
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So there's a choice to be made, and that is between truth and illusion.
Yeah.
Okay? Choice
And
between
which one feels lighter?
okay, you can say which one feels lighter. That's one way, but that's one way of finding out what the truth is. Once you know what the truth is, once you know what the truth is,
Hmm.
you know, you have a choice. You always have a choice, but you don't know you have a choice until you realize what the truth is. Then you know that
Yeah.
you have a choice. But if you understand that what the truth really is that you are the supreme over everything that you perceive. There is no
Hmm.
world. So it's not like over the world. There is no world like that. It's ridiculous. It's a perception, it's a projection. See?
Yeah, I remember it tripped me out how you were saying like you can know that everything you perceive is an illusion because it eventually dies or
Mhm.
deteriorates,
Mhm.
rather than in reality it's always extending and
Yes,
blossoming and creating.
exactly. Exactly. The flower is always in bloom.
But I mean, I remember you said the tree thing too that resonated with me. But
Mhm.
I love watching the leaves fall and die. It's a beautiful perception.
Okay. That's no problem with that.
I
It
do
is.
have,
And they didn't really die. That's the main thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Really did, or they didn't really die. As it is right now, you may find that perception really beautiful and really appreciate it. And that's awesome because anything in the perception is asking for appreciation.
yeah,
You know, so whatever you could appreciate in the perception is wonderful. And know this beyond perception, beyond perception, you know, your creation, I don't even know what way to put it, your creation is exponentially more beautiful,
yeah.
more than
Because
you
it's
can imagine.
beyond perception.
Yes,
Hmm.
that's right. There is all kinds of beauty in the perception, and everything, by the way, that you perceive as beautiful in your perception is coming from you. Like the beauty is applied to it by you. You give it that.
Hmm. Yeah.
See, it's for yourself, so you can consider it a gift and be glad.
So I do have another question that's been on my mind the past couple weeks.
Mhm.
Listening to your dialogues, when you were saying how sometimes when you have conversations with people, it's also about saying no to what doesn't resonate with you, just saying no, thank you. And I've had some experiences where I'm in a conversation that I just don't vibe with,
Yeah.
or even if I hear like people talking about stuff that just doesn't resonate with me, I don't
Yeah.
know how to approach that. I don't know how to be like,
Well, it's
oh
all
no,
the
thank you, like
well,
like
it's all the same. It's all the same. So it comes
mhm.
back down to your what you're emanating. Remember, it's all emanating from you.
Yeah, it's energy, yes.
Yeah, so all those people and everything that's emanated from your own energy. So get back to the source of everything, of
Mhm.
all projecting, okay? Because the projecting, it comes from it, like I said before, like a light shining through your energy field, through your body's energy field, like that.
Mhm.
Okay, it's like taking all those concepts and projecting through them into making a
Yeah.
world. So when you recognize that's what's going on, you can let your energy body be as it is. It's like you're observing your energy body and what's going on in your energy body, because that's where it's coming from.
Mhm.
You're just observing that, and it's and and calmly, not like fighting with it or anything,
Yeah.
and kindly, and kind of and lively and alert and creatively.
Mhm.
It's like and then watch what comes through you. Yeah, I don't know. I can't give you any advice.
Do you have
To know,
like an example, like of if you were in an uncomfortable conversation, how you would go about like leaving that conversation, or just
well,
saying that you don't want to talk about it?
it's always in my mind. I can give you examples of something that I did, like the way it seemed to be handled through me, but I don't know how helpful that'll be for you. I mean, basically, it's it always turns out in my favor as long as I'm favoring the spirit within me, well, that which is emanating through me. See?
Mhm.
So I'm curious. I have no idea how it's going to go. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't mind whatever other people think of me, because there aren't other people like that. They're not out there like that. They're still emanations, projections. They're not even really like that. They as individuals are also dreaming.
Yeah.
It's a dream. It's a dream state. It's like that. It's like we're meeting in a dream. See?
Mhm.
Is
And I
it?
remember I remember you were saying how it's not so much about the words, it's more about the energy
Mm-hmm.
behind that.
That's right. That's right. But I find myself, like, oh, really, really, spirit, really? Is it that easy? And it's just like, wow. And then no, thank you, just comes out.
Mhm.
And it's, in my experience, no, thank you comes out. It's like it'll just be like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it won't be in a mean or anything way. It's just like a no thank you, and it might not particularly be in those words. You know, I had someone coming to me. Was it? I guess you would say it's defensively, telling me, "You don't know me. You don't even know me." And I said, "Okay, fair enough." And then it was like, no, no problem. Well, it looks like a fun opportunity to get to know each other then.
Oh my.
Just don't buy into it like that. Like there's something
Yeah.
wrong. Nothing's wrong. Even if
Uh-huh.
they think something's wrong, it's just sweet. It's just sweet. Nothing's really wrong. And here's the thing too. It's like your spirit is to completely joyful, always, always joyful. So if you feel yourself going into seriousness, that's ego.
Mhm.
And you could ask right there for help. You could ask for your joyful spirit to uplift you, or anything way you want to say it. It's really more like a feeling like, yes, I do choose to be uplifted. I know it's available for me. It's always available for me. So yes, I do choose to be uplifted. Thank you.
Well, that's a good one.
Because
It's
it's
so
there
true,
as
though.
soon as you choose it. It's there as soon as you choose it. You don't have to do anything because it's always given you. Because it's you. That's you. That's your spirit. Your spirit is complete joy. Um, not no seriousness about it. No, oh, I really have to get that done. Oh my goodness, or um, you're making. It was funny because I went to see my harp teacher today. I got a new harp, you guys. It is. Mwah. I went to see my harp teacher today, and I was even going to say that. Wow. Anyways, I don't know.
Oh,
I was telling Akea I get to sometimes I'll let the energy body like get to a level, just because even when I'm talking and stuff, it doesn't matter. Like I'm always like letting it. People ask me, do you have like some kind of drug at the back of your neck that just drips down into your spine all day long? Because I just constantly feel, that there's a sense of getting higher and higher and higher,
Oh
like
my
an
God, so
sense.
cool.
Yeah. And then, anything that doesn't feel it, you get, okay, your energy body gets attuned to certain vibrational levels. So it gets like attuned to that, meaning that like it's more like it gets used to it, like it played out that pattern a lot, so it's used to that uh, particular vibration, right? So it's like my energy body has gotten used to a particular energy vibration that feels really high. It's like a high energy vibration, and it kind of like, when I'm find myself focused on work, it's almost like bringing it down a little bit. It might be bringing it down a little bit, but there's like a focused attention that goes, to, okay, now there's this right now. That's what I noticed. And I know it doesn't have to be like that. So just like putting my attention on how it is, I know the energy level can stay just the same. So what I've seen is that kind of stuff, the energy level does come up with the whole vibration, the energy of relating with a computer and things like where you're looking at keys and doing stuff like that. I just see all that even becoming more and more effortless.
wow.
Eh, that's just beautiful. That's where, and I see the bullshit of this, but that's where I want to be.
Well, and see you see that it's always available for you. It's
Yeah,
always available to
right.
you.
Bullshit.
So you could say that if that's where you want to be, then be there now. It's a choice you're making. And see, like from wherever you are in density, you don't have to just accept a little tiny bit up. Like just tell yourself good thoughts so you get a little bit like the opposite of that. You can get like a big whoosh if you're just willing to let it. And to let it is like the, oh, what is that like? Okay. Well, what I noticed it happening is like a really quick scan of the body's energy field. Just noticing where any tension is. It's like a really quick, and it happens all the time. It's like automatic, like a really quick scan of the body's energy field, sensing any tension, not needing to do anything about it. That's it. Perceiving, perceiving, perceiving. You're perceiving. That's it. That's the whole function of. You could say it's your mind's vocation in life. Ah,
It's
thank you, Sativa.
talking.
What's
And
that?
weeks, I have had, when I check in with my gut, which used to be clenching all the time, I don't know if I told you this last week, but very calm most of the time now. Very relaxed.
Well, you're not going for anything. You're not going for any goal in it. You're going for more awareness like that. Do you see what I mean? So it doesn't matter what you perceive, just
Yeah.
that you're aware that you are perceiving and not actually that it's real.
Yeah. Yeah. I just find it's very cool to not have that tight belly. I know, whatever. The perception of the tight belly. I don't know. I don't know. What am I saying? I know.
Once you have the perception, that's it.
Uh,
Your work is over. The trouble comes in when you have the perception and think you got to do something.
right.
See, but you know, it's like when you know you're having a perception and know you're having a perception and know it, know it, know it, know it over and over again. It's just like you just keep on knowing it after a while.
Sometimes oh, I'm so lost sometimes.
Well, that's good. That's good news. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because this perception of I'm lost, who's it occurring to?
Right. No,
Look,
but
no, it's occurring to you. You nobody, yes, it's nobody, but you know, it's occurring to you because it's coming out of your mind. So like you're like the you're you know, like you're like the light behind it. You could say that. You're like the light behind it. It's shining through it. You know, you're putting that light there. You're putting all this stuff for task. Like
okay.
all this stuff that you see going on, you put all that out there.
Okay, so I'm the light that's illuminating.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
like it's like you can think of your body's energy field as like a hologram, right?
right.
All this different information. So that information is basically being projected by a light like
Yeah.
that onto like a screen outside the mind. It's very much like this. That's how I'm seeing it. It's like on like a screen that's outside the mind so that the mind can perceive it.
So everything that is seen is the screen.
Everything that's seen, but even deeper than that, everything that's sensed.
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 Too.
So the seeing, that's a sense. It's like a denser sense. Seeing, a dense sense
Oh, I see.
compared to the energy behind the seeing.
Okay.
So when you are interested and curious about what's going on in your body's energy field instead of what's going on the surface outside, your
Hmm.
body's energy field gets taken care of, and what's going on apparently outside also gets taken care of by the same source. And you know,
Hmm.
your whole physical body is also going on outside, so to speak.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
It's all a perception. Even the energy fluctuations are all a perception. But that's a more subtle perception. That's like the base of it. So when you become more curious about that, you're not pursuing the surface things and feeding the energy fields with fear. Basically, they need fear. See, they need fear to keep going. They don't have fear. It's like, oh, that's cute. It's not fearful anymore.
Ah.
If you don't have if you have no fear, and basically if you become curious and interested in your body's energy field and what's going on there, you're not also fearing what's happening on the surface because you're recognizing that it's coming from that energy field, and that's why you even want to pay attention to it in the first place.
Hmm.
Everything comes from that original, that's the original projection. You can say your body's energy field is like the is like the film that it's coming through. So you're like changing the film in the whatever it is now, digital, I don't know. You're changing the picture. You're changing the scene. See?
But I'm not changing it. I mean,
Well, it's like it's like the picture is always in flux. It's always changing, and it's changing according to how you choose. It's always changing according to how you choose, because it's like if you choose love in a situation where it's calling, it seems like it's really calling for fear, like one of those self judgments.
right, that happened all week. Yes.
Yeah, what occurs to you is you relax.
Right. And
See,
that's exactly what happened today.
that changes everything. See,
Yes.
and that what you're gonna start to see more and more, is it starts to get these cycles where you go into this thing. They start to get shorter and less intense as you
Uh,
like this. They'll get shorter and less intense.
well,
And
it's damn long time since something like that has happened. Long time.
okay, so that doesn't so look, it's like in the moment that it's occurring, in the moment that's occurring, you get to see more and more how it's not really, you're not really bound to this, and you could have peace instead of this, like right now.
I see, I see, I see. I saw that.
So you
Yeah.
start to see it sooner, that's why.
Okay, right.
Start to see it sooner. And then in between, those times in between where you say it's been a damn long time like that,
Right.
that's just because some of the easier things, some of the things that you see easier now, you're not going to that place with them. But then your blind spots are going to come up and do the thing where it seems like you're not, you're like, whoa, I feel lost, and it's like, oh, awesome. You start to meet that with gratitude. That's the best. I
Yeah.
know that's the best.
Yes.
I know feeling lost is the best. Say it with me. I
I
know
feeling lost. The
is
best.
the best.
It's the it's so fun. I see
Yeah,
that underlining, like
underlying. Yeah.
underlying. It's like there was a subtle knowing that there's nothing wrong here.
Yes, that's right. You knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, you knew the whole time, and then but you buy into that disappointment with yourself.
Yes, that's
Uh,
exactly. That's
yeah,
ex-
that's where you kind of are getting caught up right now, but not for long.
not for long.
There's nothing to fix about it. Just you see that, you're like, yes, that's right. It's on its way out then,
Mm,
because unless you want to hold it there, and you show that you want to hold it there if you engage in any kind of disappointment.
right. Yeah.
That's your sign that you want to keep it.
Right.
Just act disappointed. That's good. Act disappointed and believe it.
Act disappointed and believe it. It's for fun.
Yeah, it is. It's for fun. It's for fun.
Hmm. Wow.
Yay.
Yeah. Look at you. Yeah. Oh, Sativa and I were talking about how you started off with that new company that you were going to try to get us on video and do it so we can see each other. What? Okay.
Okay, I talked to that dude again today. I know I had some questions about how it could work, and he was going to go talk to his peeps and get back with me. So yeah, I'll have a meeting with him soon.
Okay, so you're gonna try them again.
No, not go to Webinar Jam. No.
Oh.
It's Zoom.
Oh, Zoom. Oh, I already have Zoom. I do Zoom with two other people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. That'd be awesome. I have it on my phone.
Oh, by the way, Julie Rumbarger. I think I'm saying it right. Is that right? Rumbarger. If you
What?
want to come with me, wait, raise your hand, by the way. Um,
Hi,
yeah,
Julie.
she's on and she says hi to everyone.
Hi, Julie.
So hooray. I love you. Thank you, Julie. So yeah, you can let it all in. You can let it all in. It's all there for you all the time. And you know, it's super loving and uplifting, and it shows you how appreciated you are, you know. That's why I can tell you, you know, you're so appreciated. You're so loved and appreciated because you know, you're perceiving. That's all there is to do. That's all that's already happening. So, you know, it may seem scary, it may seem dense, it may seem like it's some really bad shit is going on. It may seem like you're not good enough and stuff like that, but really you are so appreciated just for perceiving, because through perceiving everything is playing itself out. Even if it seems like you're going into some tailspin where you're lost. We were talking about lost. If it feels like you're lost, you know, it's like it's always bringing you back. That call to return and all of the energy necessary to return are available to you all the time, 24/7. And
Mm,
you're not condemned one bit for not taking it.
mm. It
You
never
know?
happened.
Yes. Because all that does is it occurs to you. It occurs to you. You could say God doesn't even know about it. The gift is just offered freely and never withheld. Okay? Never withheld. It's energy and grace and joy. It's available to you all the time, no matter where you think you are, who you think you are. It's available to you all the time. All you have to do is ask for it. It does not matter how deep you are. All you have to do is ask for it, but you know, it's a matter of asking for it for real. For a lot of people that might be listening to this, they may not really know what they're asking for. So being open in the question, eventually you get to know what you're actually asking for.
To see
And
the truth.
and then the asking gets more sincere, you know, because it's like I would like to see the truth in this. Like say you're driving and you know you're driving around with someone and then all of a sudden you just feel like, man, that back there they just acted like that toward me. Gosh, they just freaking acted like that toward me. And your mind's racing and you're kind of feeling shitty and stuff. And that's the moment to ask.
Yeah.
The joy is gone. That's the moment to ask right there. See? That's the
Um,
moment. It's to see this clearly is one way of putting it. You see it, to see it clearly, you sense it. You actually sense it clearly. It's really interesting. You're like it's like you're opening up to getting the full ride, the full experience of it.
mm,
Okay? You can take a deep breath and feel all of your cells enjoying the energy, enjoying enjoying this breath with whatever it is, whatever it's bringing. And that's no matter what is up. Does not matter what's being perceived. See, for most people, they believe their perception. They have the perception that they've gone astray or gotten lost, and they automatically believe in it. It's
yeah.
like, it's not happening. No, that's not going on. It's occurring to you as a dream.
Right.
You don't have to accept that. If you don't accept that, then you can see the change.
Mm.
Because it's always going to go back to uh, a reflection of who you are.
Right.
If you allow your energy to flow backwards, almost like, I guess it's almost like a withdrawal. It's a withdrawal of an energy that needs to get any kind of conclusion out of it. That kind of like pulls back. And then it's also a sense of immersion with everything, enjoying all of the energetic flow, whatever it happens to be. Like there's a, and then,
Mm.
oh, oh yeah, that's right. I don't have to do anything. I'll hear a voice in my mind go, I better do something, or I have to do something, or something like that. And I'll notice it. I'll just immediately get curious about what that feels like, because it started with as a feeling. It started with an energetic. So I'm like more curious about that. Oh yeah, that's right. There's nothing I'm even capable of doing. What is that projection? What's the source of that projection? Energetically, it's interesting to me.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So then it doesn't matter what the perception is. See.
It's a completely different way to experience life.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's like yeah, that's what they mean. I think when they say the end of your world, because it's like that the world, it still goes on, and like there's a family and there's kids and there's dinner but it's just like it keeps on unfolding in a way where the relating with it gets gentler and easier and kinder and stuff like that.
Which makes the reactions to whatever's happening gentler and kinder. And
Yeah, because there's a gentleness with the reactions.
right,
See, the way those reactions are met. It's not like I'm reacting. It's like,
right,
oh, there's a reaction. It's like, oh, there's a reaction. It's not like I'm supposed to be perfect or something. Because I already am. I'm already perfect. That perception of myself is like an imperfect perception, of course. You can say it's imperfect because it's mortal. Like that's the base of it. Like it's and then also it's a perfect it's also a perfect reflection of what it's supposed to reflect. And that way it's totally perfect.
mm,
It's a totally perfect reflection of what it's meant to show me. It's for me.
it's for you to see.
Yeah, it's for me to see. It's not for anything else. It's like it's for you to love. You could say that's your beloved right there, which is really, it's really symbolic for that's the whole world too, because that's your body's energy field. That's what the whole world is coming through. See how it's coming through that light is like projecting it
Mm,
for your unique perceptual journey.
mm, mm.
It's unique, but it has unlimited possibilities of how it's perceived. And since it's only this moment unfolding, you don't have a fate or anything. So, you recognize that you don't have a fate. What I experience is more like I can realize my destiny in this moment. Not
Oh,
later on, just right now.
right.
Just right now. I could realize my destiny right now. Just knowing that opens you up to it.
Mm,
It's kind of like you claim that. You just claim it. You say, yeah, I could have ultimate peace instead of this.
yeah.
And then it's given because it's not even and then it's given because it's always given.
Right. Well, it's always there. It's
Yeah.
just covered with the those perceptions of ridiculousness.
Well, and the perceptions can't even blot it out without your permission.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Can't even blot it out without your permission. So when you notice you're the one giving the permission, you're the one who has a choice, and that that's why it's really important to know that you have a choice.
Ooh, that was so good. Oh, the way you just said that. That was a different delivery.
How fun.
Mm.
Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome. Okay, Holly asked, she says, it seems that I have to tell myself that it's okay, 30
Good.
times a day. I'm
Good.
looking for some sort of continuity in my thoughts, but it doesn't seem to manifest.
Oh, good, because there is no such thing as that.
Yeah. There's no such thing as manifestation of.
Well, it's like this continuity in your thoughts. It's they're random. They're fluctuating. They're just
Right.
giving you that. They're just. It's whatever.
Right. Because she's laughing.
So tell yourself it's okay that you have no continuity in your thoughts now.
Oh, beautiful. Yes, that's okay too.
Yeah, it's like the ego will go, well, what about this? Isn't this something that's fucked up?
Well, that's what it does. But what? But what? But what about? But what about?
It's good. It's comedy. It's comedy. It's a comedy show. Well, what about this? You know, it's funny. A lot of times when I'm driving around with my husband, um, someone will cross in front of him while he's driving. It's the funnest thing. He always drives when we go somewhere. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, same with.
That's the way we do it. If I wanted to drive, I'm sure I could, but no, it's all good.
Yeah.
So people people will cross the street in front of him really slow while he's driving,
Oh.
and and they'll be walking. They'll be walking though, and usually jaywalking.
Yeah.
And you know, uh, who minds? Who minds? I think it's so fun because like I go on a drive and then someone crosses in front of me and then I hear the funniest commentary about it.
I do too. From mine.
Isn't that fun?
What about if somebody doesn't yield off the highway? Oh,
Isn't it good?
he goes into a complete meltdown. They're supposed to yield, and he gets right on their ass. Oh my god!
Then how do you experience or how do you perceive that experience?
I laugh most now. It used to be that I would say, "It's no big deal. Let him in."
Nice. And so now you can laugh and have fun with it. And so when you're laughing and having fun with it, can he have fun with it too?
Nope.
Okay, so yes he can.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can.
He
Yes,
can. So that's what's awesome because he can. He can have fun with it.
yes, he can.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when you open it up to that because that's he is also in your perception.
Right.
So when you are open to that, you can actually see. You don't have to try to see or anything, but through the relaxation in your energy field, whatever you're open to that feels good and joyful, it's like the energy is just given to you to manifest that, let's say.
Hmm.
It's just it's like because it's like Jesus said, you have dominion over the world. You have dominion over the world.
What does that mean?
Well, it's like it's all coming out of your own mind. It's all you. It's all you. So it's like when I have the perception of someone getting upset that's with me, I know it's coming from my body's energy field and I can, with my attention, I'm curious about it. So therefore, I'm able to go there and see what it's like. And in that, the comfort comes. And that other people can be comfortable too. It's like emanating a comfort mat for everyone.
Beautiful.
Warm and fuzzy. Okay. Like they can. They can.
And
One common one is um is the sense that someone close to you, someone you love, isn't there yet,
right,
especially not to your level.
right.
See? And what's fun and funny about that is that you put them there to be that.
It's the life's biggest joke.
Yeah, just so that you can see what that's like.
Yeah.
So see what it's like then. So see what it's like.
We're going,
It's like
we're gonna go
go
up.
into it.
Ooh, this will be interesting this weekend.
Yep,
This will be fun.
it will be.
Yeah.
It'll be more and more fun because you're open to it. So in the moment when you're not as interested in the disappointment, in feeding disappointment of yourself, then you'll see that it's all there for you. It's just a matter of being more interested in what's there for you, the gift that's there for you, than being in disappointment. You see what I mean?
Yes, I do.
There's a gift that's there for you in the disappointment as
Mm,
well. But it's you can only receive it when you're done with the disappointment.
right. When I,
So
yeah.
you're done with it. You're done with it when you get the effect of it. We talked about this before. You're getting the effect of it. The full perceptual effect of it is to feel it, sense it in the body's energy field, and sense all the resistance without resisting the resistance right now.
Mm,
And that's it. And then you get done with it. You just get done with it.
mm,
You might get done with it as a matter of a thought. I've talked with people who say, it's not really like that for me. It's more like I just get done thinking that. That's not like, oh, I'm just done with that.
hmm.
I'm over that thought pattern. That's not interesting to me anymore.
Nice. Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, that's just not interesting to me anymore. For me, it shows me like viscerally that I'm not interested in it, and it's like really powerful for me.
Mm, I
You
bet.
Yeah, because my body is sort of like, it's kind of like employed as an apparatus and not as something to try to get all this comfort for. That comes and it just all on its own. But like not thinking about how things about how I'm going to get more comfort for myself, and that's basically all idle thoughts. It's all more comfort and then propping up for the body. Which it's always taken care of anyways. It's like it's always taken care of. It's always just an emanation of you, of how you're seeing yourself, how you wish to perceive yourself right now.
Mm. Whew. Wow, we've gone over a lot in this
I
short.
know it's been a deep hour. My
Yeah.
my head's buzzing and vibrating right now, and it feels like there's like a flame right here.
Wow. I just felt really tired. It's weird.
Oh, just
Yeah.
now.
Yes.
Oh, just now. Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Like drained.
Maybe we're complete.
I didn't do anything though.
That was plenty. Well, it's like I've seen you, perceived you, you could say, had the perception that you've been getting a lot this past week
Yeah.
and right now,
Yeah.
just the way it's like
Yes.
getting
Yeah.
it over and over and over again. It's probably time for a nap. So
I
feel free to check out anytime.
call bed, not 10:13.
10:13.
13. I think I will do that.
Okay.
I really want to sleep on this.
Good. Good.
Yes. Thank
Enough. Enough. I love you.
Love you. Thank you
The rest
very much.
Okay. Aloha.
Bye.
Yay. I'll just sit in all of that for a moment. I welcome you to sit with me and just absorb, feel, sense. It's through the senses that I've come to have the perception, I guess you could say, that everything is happening for me. Because it's occurring to me. So once that perception takes place, then there's no more need to buy into ideas of myself as doing anything or needing to do anything or have a possibility of getting it wrong even. So thoughts that speak to that kind of thing are just nonsense to me. They're nonsense. They just don't have a home here. It's like, you know, I've heard your body is your temple. Yeah, your body is your temple. And I could see that because it's like in the body's energy field, that's where I choose what will have a home here. It's like it's like anything that pretends that I'm separate. It's like, oh, no, thank you. No, thank you. Oh, that's how it is? Okay. No, thank you. Once you have the perception, that's what it is, then there's no need. There's no need to argue with anything. No need to argue with any thought, that's for sure. Because they're all speaking to one, they're all speaking into one void. It's just nothingness. You could say it's like echoes. It's doing nothing. It only seems to do something if there's belief in them. Belief in them. And they arise because of belief already. They arise because of belief already. They ask for your believing, which is basically fear. They're like hungry. They devour that fear. And that's how they can keep going. They're asking for more fear. When you just meet them as an energy play, which is what they actually are, then there's no fear. You're more interested in the energy play as it is, as the energy that it is, as the energy that it is in your body's energy field. There's where the play is. There's where the play is going on. And all of your senses are sensing a projection of that play. And anything uplifting, oh, yes. Yes. Because I'm worthy of the greatest upliftment. I'm worthy of the greatest upliftment. So's everyone else in my experience. Everyone who arises in my perception, everything that arises in my perception is always the worthy of the best, the greatest. Uh, however you're willing to be held is how you're going to hold those in your perception. However you're willing to allow yourself to be held is how you're going to hold those others out in your perception. See? So if you have the perception of someone as if they're unconscious, the perception of someone as if they're unconscious, and you're holding that against them, that's how you can see how you're holding yourself. See? As you're willing to have that perception without holding that against them, as in, check this out, not holding that against them, meaning recognizing that you actually put that on them. You put that on them. Because they're not really like that. Your perception of them is also a projection that comes from you. You put that on them just so you could have that perception. They came for that, you could say. And as soon as you can see them, let's say this, as soon as you're willing to see them as they are, that sight, you could say it's like Christ's sight, will be given. It is already. Let's go back to that. It is already given. It just needs to be chosen. Once it's chosen, it's there. Okay? And whatever you made that person into, will be dissolved. All you have to do is choose that. And as what you made of them is dissolved, you receive that same gift. What you made of yourself gets dissolved. See? That just exposed to you how you're holding yourself. So if you're willing to let that be dissolved, you're willing to let them have the peace that you're worthy of, then it'll be theirs and yours. Because they're only as you see them, as you perceive them in your perception, projected from your own mind. Okay. Allow it for them. Just like Lori and I were just talking about, hey, can your husband have fun with it? And she says, no, he can't. And I said, okay, well, he also can. That's true too. So, you could accept that, yeah. Oh, yeah. I just don't see it right now. I'm not having that perception. I'm having a different perception. I'm having a perception of them as this. And they have fun? You bet they can. Can you also have fun and really enjoy in the midst of whatever you're perceiving, in the midst of whatever you're perceiving them as doing, even if it seems like it's unconscious? Can you enjoy that perception? You just enjoy that perception because you made it up? That's a fun reason. Because they're not really there like that. You painted them unconscious. It's okay. I have one friend who asked me this week. She has a friend who says her friend has bipolar. Is it bipolar or something? I guess there's different diagnoses about that. But and what kind of essential oil would be good for her. And, automatically an essential oil came into my mind. I'm like, okay, it's this one. And, and then, and then she said something like, do you want me to have her contact you and tell her perception of herself, or do you want me to tell you my perception of her? And I'm like, it doesn't matter, because they're talking about a custom blend. I'm like, it doesn't matter, either one. It doesn't matter. And then she goes, does it even matter who smells it? And I said, no, it doesn't. It makes no difference. It doesn't even matter who smells it, because it's all in your perception. It's your projection. You're projecting it out there. Everything, everyone that you perceive in the mind is a child of your mind. Like your child. You can't only it's not like a human child, though, how most people perceive them, as if, they have some kind of power, like they can ruin your day or something like that. It's a child, as in as more like it's come out of what you believe. It's come out of what you hold dear. It's come out of the concepts that you hold true about yourself. It's come out of that. And, at the base of it, since it's in the body's energy field, and that's where it's coming out of, if your attention goes there and keeps on just going there and recognizing that that's where it's coming from, you won't be feeding it with the fear. Number one, you won't be feeding it with the fear. Also, it's cool to see where it's coming from. It's cool to see how it's like playing. It's playing a tune. And then you'll, of course, you'll find yourself not so reactive. Just playing something out. It's playing like it's playing a song. See? It's, if someone tells me, hey, I have this bipolar disorder, or my friend has bipolar disorder, it's not like I go, oh yeah, bipolar disorder, sure, that's real. Like in my own body's energy field, I know it's not real, so I'm not buying into the same energy wave. That's not saying that I say a certain thing or say it a certain way or anything like that. I have no idea what's going to come out, or if anything. But as far as energetically, I'm not on that vibe. I don't match that vibration. And I know it. I know that I don't match the vibration, because it doesn't make me angry either. It's making you angry. You are matching it. Irritated, frustrated, anything like that. That's a sign that you're just matching the vibration with whatever you're thinking there. So it's just a matter of, let me see. Let me see. I know I deserve better than this. I know that I must be mistaken, because I can have peace. And then it's given to you. Kind of like magic. But it's a miracle. And it's a miracle because it's non-logical, non-linear, like that. Like, oh gosh, I've had this depression. I've been depressed for like a week. Oh my gosh, I've had this depression thing. Oh yeah, that's right. There's no depression. There's no past. All that stuff is made up right now. Right now. It's been this whole whatever. It's all right now, and that's what you're holding on to. That could just go whoosh, and it is like a whoosh when you ask sincerely. This is a release. Ooh. So hooray, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Let me know if you have any questions. You can raise your hand. You can also write to me now. I can see the comments. Yay. Another one is, someone tells you, I'm having trouble at work, I don't get along with people there. Or someone looks at me like they hate me. People act like they hate me at school. Watch your body's energy field. Watch that reaction. Watch how it plays out. Nothing is happening. So you don't have to buy into it with your energy, with your fear. See? You don't have to feed it fear. It's occurring to you. Even that person telling you something, it's just occurring to you. You don't have to add to the illusion of it by buying in. See, and the way that works is just noticing the fluctuations, noticing the automatic reaction to start feeling bad with. Start on a feeling bad kind of pattern. Notice that. Watch it. Even if it goes to feeling really bad, just keep watching it. Watch what it does. You start to notice it's on a pattern. It's a pattern of information. It changes because of you. It changes because of you watching it. Because when you're watching it, you're not feeding it with fear when you're really watching it and watching it at its root. Okay? Not on a surface way of watching it. Watching where it's coming from, watching where it's projecting from, noticing the patterns, noticing how they arise, that they're not because of something. Like, for instance, you lost your keys, apparently. And a feeling of self-disappointment in losing your keys isn't because of losing your keys. The other way around. That self-disappointment needed to be made manifest, and so something manifested to look like the cause of it. A trigger, so to speak. So when you recognize that the cause isn't really what it seems, the cause of the frustration, the cause of the upset isn't really what it seems, then you can get curious about what the cause is. And you can get the full experience of what that cause is, a full body experience of what the cause is. And then it just plays out on its own. It's always just playing out on its own. Even the suggestions I give her, they're just playful. They're just playful little pointers. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything about it. It takes care of itself. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. It's always so much fun to join like this. Doesn't even matter if you're on with me live, watching later. It's always so lovely to join like this. Everything can be met with, ah, thank you. Ah, thank you. One that pops into my head, I'm walking in Home Depot and all of a sudden it occurs to me, that guy stole from me. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. And it's just like, it's just funny. It's just funny. There's nothing happening. It's like, oh my goodness, nothing's happening. But the mind is always looking for something to blow up, something to blow up. I could say the ego mind is always looking for something to blow out of proportion. Make it into something. Or you have a conversation with someone and then you go back and you keep on thinking about the conversation over and over again. Hey, can I help you with something? No. Okay. So you needed that, huh? Okay. You know, you might find yourself having a conversation with someone and then going over that later on in your mind. Let that be fun too. That it's happening. That it's occurring to you. That is occurring to you. Hey, isn't this fun and funny that this is occurring to me? The conversation didn't even really happen. The person you perceived is really a perception. They're very real. Don't get me wrong on that. Just not as you have painted them. They're very, very real in their perfection, just like you. That's why when you're willing to observe them in their perception, you're willing to observe your own too, and it's all given to you at once. It's like the gift is given for both of you because your perception of yourself is healed as your perception of another person is healed. And your perception of another person is healed if only you choose for it to be. See, you're not choosing for your perception to be healed if you're making your perception real. You can't do that at the same time. You're choosing to keep it as an illusion. You're choosing to keep it. If you make it real. It's like, you know, the wisdom and the grace and the love and the joy that are all available to you, they don't oppose what you want to make real. If you want to make something real, it's no. Then you hold that up. You hold that up against it. This week someone smashed their toes. Told me they smashed their toes. And it's like, oh, that doesn't need to have any effect. It can't have any effect on right now. Just in the body's energy field, just in the way that it's related with. As if that, oh no, that's bad. It's like, ah, and another, oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm so grateful that this is occurring to me right now. So this perception can occur. That's what's being asked for. It's a full integration. A full integration. The perception is just allowed to be and met with gratitude. And that gratitude translates to appreciation for you for having the perception. that's a choice too. Having having perceptions, having perceptions. Whatever perception you're having is the perception that needs to be fully integrated and can be fully integrated right now. When it's just allowed to be. It does not matter what's occurring because the perception is not true. Just let in the body's energy field, that perception, the energy fluctuation, what's the base of the perception, let that be totally integrated with gratitude. That's big. It's like this, like shock, like ah, and then ah, and then thank you. That's all. Okay? Nothing more than that. Oh no, this is a bad perception to be having. Ah, thank you. How funny that I'm having this perception of me having the wrong perception. How fun and funny. Yay. If there's anything to be done about it and anything to be done by your character, that will just occur to you. Just like everything else. You don't have to come to any conclusions right now. Even if you're about ready to have a conversation with someone, you think you know how it's going to go, you start speaking. Stay flexible. Stay flexible. Your spirit could lead you in another direction for a more loving and healing perception, even on the perceptual level. But especially when you're going to communicate with someone, make sure that you're communicating with them. For the most part, people are not communicating. They're talking. They're not communicating, but we communicate on an energetic level. We speak, we can hear sounds, we communicate more on an energetic level, and only when we're communicating in love does it actually last. It gives something that lasts. It's like something that grows and can be nurtured and lasts forever. Doesn't need fearful thoughts to keep it. See? You have to hold on to fearful thoughts to stay argumentative with someone. You can't stay argumentative with them without holding onto something fearful, onto something that's not true, a thought in separation. It's not even possible to be argumentative with them because you're not argumentative within yourself. It's not possible to be judgmental toward them. And one way of being judgmental, which people don't realize, is to judge them as having some sort of problem, because that's your perception of them. You made them that way. So to judge them as if they have some sort of problem is just to say that it's really like that. It's really like that. They really are the way you perceive them. If you'll say to yourself, you'll tell yourself, no, that's not the way. They cannot possibly be that like that. No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't buy that. So once that, once that's really heard and demonstrated to your own mind that you don't buy that, it opens the door for the perception to change too. That's why instant healing is possible. Like, I don't buy that. That idea that, since you've had that so long and it looks so bad that it has to take this amount of time to go away, it's not even there. See? Not even there. It lets it go away so fast. It's amazing. Some things, I just like go, it's not even there. And the next thing you know, I don't know. I don't know how much time elapsed in the illusion or anything like that. It's gone, and I just had like a vague memory of having that idea that it was there. Not even there. The projection is just, it's like it's floating by. It's like a mist. It's not going to stay. It's not going to stick around. It's only for remembering. You knew what you knew, but don't fully know now, you could say. Don't remember that you know. Say it like that. Don't remember that you actually know. You don't know that you know. Otherwise, you wouldn't be perceiving in separation. It's all a matter of coming back, and that's automatic because the call to come back, the call to return to sanity is in the mind. It's given in the mind. As soon as the ego is made up, it's right there. Beside, behind it, however you want to look at it. So, yay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. It's wonderful to be with you. So, unless anyone has any questions, I am going to close out for the evening. It has been so much fun. I really appreciate this. Probably said that a million times. Yay. So, yeah. If you'd like to check out my essential oil line, my family and I do an essential oil line. We get the best stuff. I always get great compliments. Thank you, Julie. I always get great compliments. One of my friends said, I tried another brand of clove bud essential oil. And, it was a really well-known brand, too. And she said, just wasn't as good as yours. And I'm like, I know, because we get the best. We just get the best. We sample a bunch of different samples, find the best one. If you guys find a better one, let me know, because we get the best ones. Anyways, the website is miraclebotanicals.com. Sign up for my newsletter soon on miraclebotanicals.com because you might be interested. I have a free gift citrus with the minimum $50 purchase, free pink grapefruit, and I have a really fun article coming back out about letting the sunshine in. Yeah, it's fun. So, yay! You can join my Facebook. You can either follow me or friend me up. If you want to friend me up and I don't know who you are, just send me an email and let me know that you're from Wisdom Dialogues or you heard it on Wisdom Dialogues or whatever. I'm super stoked to friend you up. You can also go to wisdomdialogues.org to watch any of the videos, all of the videos, Wisdom Dialogues, and wisdomdialogues.org. And if you want to join me on one of these sessions where you can ask questions and stuff like that and come on with me, you go to Facebook.com/groups/Wisdom Dialogues. Yay. Thank you. I love you. Tuesdays at 3 p.m. Hawaii time. So until next week, have a beautiful, beautiful week. Aloha and a hui ho.